Hi, this is Raymond from EVOffer. Today we'll teach you how to install our Model 3 V2 Frunk. There's a slightly difference between the V1 and V2. We have a more silent motor, and the installation method is a little bit different, so we'll show you how to do it. So for the installation, the only tool you need is some screwdriver with a 13mm head socket and a 10mm head socket, a flathead screwdriver, and a plier to cut the wire. Not cut the wire, cut the cable tie. So let's start our installation. This is our kit. So we got a new motor, and a lot of people ask, why don't you have the emergency pull wire anymore? The reason is that before in V1, when we do the closing, this will pull the latch off, and then it will not reset its position. So that's why we have the emergency wire. So in case the motor fails, we can pull it to release this wire. But right now, our newly designed motor, this wire will reset its position automatically, so you no longer need the wire in case the motor fails. So that's basically the difference, and the motor is also more silent. So let's try to do the install now. So the first thing is to remove this piece, and then remove this. Just some fastener. Some car have 4 fasteners, some cars 2 fasteners slide out. So it's very easy to remove this. And then remove this cover as well. Unplug the button, and then at the same time you can use your bare hand to remove this spring. Just pull it out like that. So now there are 7 screws to remove here. All 10mm heads. Okay, then you can remove the big piece. So the next thing is to change the strut. So use a flathead screwdriver. Insert from here, just insert here, and then with another hand, slightly push the hood up, and then just remove this. And the same thing here. Insert the flathead screwdriver in here, and then pull it out like this. So after you remove one side, with a 13mm head socket, longer one is preferred, remove this one. And then in our kit, we include 2 back plates. One is labeled L, means left side of the car, and one is R, means right side of the car. The 2 plates are different, so don't do it in the wrong way. So this side is the left side of the car, so we put an L, and this side facing up, you see the direction, right? Up. So we put it back, and then we tighten it back. So be careful not to lose the screw. And then we tighten it again. So the two struts are identical, so use whichever on the left side is fine. So we just, there's a ball joint here, so we just insert here, push, and then until it locks. And then we will install this one later. We can twist this and then put it later. We will just disconnect the other side first. Before putting this on, it's easier. So in here, same thing. We just remove the top one. After that, we can put back the strut in this side. So after you secured it, you can go ahead and remove the strut here and then put the second one here. And then you swap the plate. So yeah, use your hand to screw it all the way in first and then tighten it. Okay. So now we can put this back in. So at the same time, you can run the wire through under this plastic piece, and then we'll install our controller there. Same thing here. We can run the wire first under here, and then we put it here first. So the next thing is to install our motor. So I change it back to 10mm patch socket. Here, near this big connector, there's a 10mm patch screw. So just remove it, and then we'll get our motor. So here, you see this little hook. We hook into this little hole. So we just align it like this first, and then we put it like this, and then rotate it so it's like this here. So then we can tighten the screw back. So this is it. And then here, with this orientation, just try to insert this rectangular hole into here. Okay. And in our package, there's a spring. Just now install the spring back, hook it for one side here, and then use your hand to just hook it like this. Then it's done. And then here, the motor, there's a 3M tape underneath, so just remove it, and then we stick it here behind this line. It's fine. So we stick it here, and then it will be complete. Okay, next we will teach you how to connect this 3 pair of wire. Let's start with the blue wire first. So for this one, in the left side of the car, not the left side of you, left side of the car, you can see this little connector. You just push this out. The way you push out, let me try to demonstrate again. So it's like this. You raise up this plastic piece and then push out. Yeah. So after you push this out and you connect with our blue connector pair. So secure it, and then on the other side, plug back into where you removed the original plug. So after it's secured, then we will do the white wire pair. Okay. For the right wire pair, we go to the lock unit. So this is the connector you need to remove. Just push here and then do it out. Yeah, so let me try again. So push this and then put out. So now we connect to our connector pair here. And then here we go all the way to here. Okay, so make sure it's secure. If you didn't push all the way, if you don't push it all the way, your car will fail to see the frunk status. This is important, but this is even more important, the first connector, because if you fail to connect this properly, your frunk will fail to open. So you need to check it after you install it. So we will teach you how to check it later. So the last pair here is to connect to this one for programming. So we just plug this in here, and then the other side you plug it to the button. But after you program it, you will disconnect it, so we will show you later as well. So that's how you connect this wire. So for the power, we'll tap the battery, tap the power from the battery. So this is our power cable. So here is the 12 volt. So use the 10mm head socket again, loosen it, and then insert the socket here, and then tighten it back, and then cover it again. And for the ground, this is our ground wire. So just get the wire out, and then we'll insert it here or here. Actually, I prefer this as the ground, but either way it's fine. So this is the left side of the car. Let's zoom out and have them look at where this is. Yeah, so this is our ground. I'll just insert it here and then tighten it back. Okay, so now I run the other end of this wire. There's a metal piece, the silver piece. Here we remove this one first, and then we insert the wire like this, and then make sure it's locked, and then we can plug back in. So now the power is ready. So let's get our control unit and then plug everything back, and then we can test it. So here we provide a very long cable tie. We just run it here and go through this little hole back up first. Okay, so this is not our wire, so just put it aside first. Okay, so now with this one, use the bag we had provided. We just try to place the whole bag, the control unit into the bag. So normally this position they don't have water, but sometimes little water can go in, maybe. Yeah, so we just want to eliminate this possibility. So this bag provide a basic waterproofing, and then I just tied it up. Okay, so here is how I put our beeper, the buzzer. I put it here, and then you can put every cable just run around here, and make sure that you don't block this hole. This is where we screw back our screw later, so just make sure it doesn't block this way here. And then for better practice, use some electrical tape to wrap around here and here. So I wrap around here just. And I wrap around here. Okay, so now let's try to put everything back. So I remove this thing, and then we just tidy up the cable a little bit. In our V2 kit, the wire, except the power one, basically the length is not too long, so it's very easy to tidy up the thing. So I just try to zip tie the cable here with this one. And that's basically what you need. You might do a better job than I do, but this is basic tidying. So here I will try to do one more. The strut wire, just one more here, and I'll just place other thing here. You can do one more here, yeah, but that's optional. So now we put this piece back in. So you want to grab the middle first, and then slightly align the thing here. Remember, I'll try to keep this pair and the original wire outside like this, and then now I can align this. Okay, so now after you align here, push all the way forward to align the hole, especially this two. Yeah, so just try to push forward. After you finish it, then you can release it. And then there's two fasteners here. Just here, there's a white one, so just click it, and then here align it, and then push it in. Same for that side. So a fastener here, make sure nothing is blocking it, and then push, and then here. Okay, so now after that we just put this back in. Some people you need to slide it in, some people just fasten it. So now we can just tighten the 7 screws back. So here we tighten this here. So you can see now there's no way that water can go in, even if they come here from. Okay, after this, let me put this back in first. Tighten every screws here. So now finally let me try to teach you how to do the speed setting. So this is the original wire plug into here. We remove this. This is the pair of connector we have. Just connect it here and then connect here. So to set the speed, we hold this button. So the first beep you hear, remember, is for initialization and height setting. And if we continue to hold this button, so we hear the first beep, but we still hold the button. So we hear 2 beep, 3 beep. The more beep, the faster. So let's try to set to speed 6. And I release it. After I hear 6 beeps, that means we are setting this to speed 6. After we set the speed, remember, you need to remove the plug. and then plug back the original one to prevent any interference from our system. So this connector pair, I will hide it in here. This little hole is a perfect place to hide it. So one more thing, after you install everything back, it's very important to do this testing again. Use the hand to push it down and then press the button to make sure this release. After that, it's all set. You can close it manually and then open the front again. So that's basically the whole installation. So it's very easy. You can do it yourself. Anyone can do it yourself actually for the front, I think. For the trunk it's a little bit trickier, but the front I think everyone can do it. It's very easy. So thank you very much, and I hope you like our V2 front kit. It's very silent right now comparing to our old version, and the opening is also smoother comparing to our V1. Thank you, and I hope you like the video.